You are now tuning into the In the Pocket edition of the Game Sports Show, powered by the Game Entertainment and Media, also known as GEM. This In the Pocket edition is presented by Sportscenter Bar and Grill. Sportscenter Bar and Grill is located on 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada, and has been named the Sault's Best Sports Bar for 5 years in a row. Count them, 5 years in a row. Also named the Sault's Best Wings for 2 years in a row. Head on down to Sportscenter today to enjoy many delicious menu options in-house or for takeout. In particular, highlight Mondays and Wednesdays so you can have the pleasure to enjoy 75-cent wings from the best in town. SportsCenter is the original home to the Game Sports Show since 2015, a true member of the family. And with the atmosphere SportsCenter brings, there is no better spot to enjoy the game or time with friends. The Game Sports Show sends a cheers and a salute to the Sault's Best Sports Bar. Booyah, and it's time for the Game Sports Show, powered by the Game Entertainment and Media. This is the In the Pocket segment of the Game Sports Show, presented by SportsCenter Bar and Grill, Sault Ste. Marie's best sports bar. That's Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario's best sports bar. 5 years in a row, best wings in town, great atmosphere. Get on down to SportsCenter Bar and Grill in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. And as I mentioned, this is In the Pocket. I am your host, David McKeag. I am joined by somebody over the bridge, okay, in Escanaba. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. Okay, he's a natural now on the In the Pocket segment. He is a frequent co-host on the show. You hear him on ESPN 1400. He got on the Game Sports Show from yelling at yours truly and Scott Nason at the Wicked Sister in Sioux, Michigan, which was over a handful of years ago now, which I can't believe where time goes. But the one and only EJ Russell, my friend, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, friends? I'm here as always. Good to be here. Listen, it's been what? A whole off season. Okay. And we're not perfect. I'm back. I got the, for those of you that may be able to see this later, it's the fresh new Browns uni for this year, the new whites. So I'm excited for the upcoming football season. Go Browns, go NFL, and go fans back in the stands.
You know what? That's the big thing. Fans are back in the stands. And as EJ just touched on, he was talking about his jersey. And if I was talking about my jersey, I do have my Troy Polamalu Steelers jersey on, which is my favorite Steeler of all time. But why was he talking about why can you see these jerseys, or if you can see the jersey? Pretty simple. As we've talked about in previous news shows throughout the summer, previous special edition uploads, it's been teased. The rumors are true. The Game Sports Show and the Game Entertainment and Media. Little tip about the Game Entertainment and Media. It's more than just a sports show now. But sticking with the Game Sports Show, we will be going with video uploads. That'll be in October. So you're going to be able to see our pretty faces on YouTube, on anywhere where you get
someone's pretty face.
Someone's pretty face. It's mine. It's yours. It could be the one that I'm going to introduce in just a few moments. But we are going to have video content along with our audio content. So make sure you stay tuned for our first video upload, which will be in October. I'm not going to say what it is.
Can I add a little challenge here too? When we get the video upload going,
yeah,
I will challenge whoever wants to a beer challenge. We're chugging a beer.
I like it.
I'll smoke you.
Yeah,
no doubt. This isn't Bill's Mafia. This is Brown's Mafia. Okay. We'll show you how we do in Cleveland.
I'm sitting here having one of our sponsors' beer, 17 Northern Superior Brewing Company, and everyone knows me. I have my Jack and Coke at the ready too. Okay, I mix and match while I'm having a couple shows, and of course, SportsCenter. I had some pizza before I came on, but I can't do that while I eat. Even though that we're not really on video yet, you got to be able to try to keep it together, as Hike would say. And speaking of Hike, let's transition to one of the original co-hosts of the Game Sports Show in general. He's been alongside me for the In the Pocket segment, for, of course, our Top Shelf edition, which was newly named Top Shelf this past year, which is Talking Hockey, and just general sports analyst overall, Justin Heichel. Hike, my friend, another season in the pocket. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. It's good to hear everybody. It's nice to see EJ's got a new jersey, nice new Browns jersey. I haven't jumped on the New Jersey train yet. I'm scared. I can't commit. But yeah, no, it's good to be back. It's kind of nice to be here because it means football season is right around the corner.
I can't believe how quickly football season came. And just so listeners can know, the news shows are coming back at full-fledged. We have a lot of sports, of course, to cover local. We got the national sports. Of course, our known ESPN 1400 edition has been running all year round. It always does. And, of course, I will say right now that you're going to be wondering, where can I get all these sports shows? Where can I get all these editions? check out anywhere where you get your podcasts or go to thegamesportshow.com. It directs you to Podbean, Spotify, Apple, all over the place, okay? And make sure you hit like, follow, and subscribe. And once we expand to the official Game Entertainment and Media launch, we'll be on YouTube and we'll have a lot more than just sports. Let me tell you, it's going to be extremely fun. And that's Sportscenter Bar and Grill. Get down there. It's football season. Sports is, of course, coming around the corner. We have baseball that's actively going. Blue Jays are in a wild card hunt right now. So, of course, we'll be talking about that in upcoming baseball segments where we talk everything here on the game. So make sure you don't miss any of the great content that we have. And boy, I can't wait until we officially have our screens shown and our faces shown, because it's going to be a whole new level for our fans to follow. And with local football and everything trying to come back, Jamie Antonello is still a part of the In the Pocket segment. He just has a lot going on, a little bit of schedule conflict. So we will certainly try to get Jamie on as much as we can throughout the year. But this will be the core three that you'll see for the majority of the In the Pocket segment. Now, let's get into it right away, fellas. This is In the Pocket. And before I even go to what we're going to be diving into, can anyone guess what season of In the Pocket this is? Hike, I'll let you go first. You should know this, but I'll let you go first.
Season 5? 4? 5?
You say 5, EJ. What do you say?
Cinco, senor.
That is a fact, and I can't believe they all both got it right. I had some people say, was this
I did a little homework here.
It says everyone was wondering if this was season 6 of In the Pocket. No, it's not. That is that's next year. This is season 5 of In the Pocket. We have been doing it, since the year, of course, the 2016. So now with going into our 5th year, it's been fantastic, and we appreciate all the love that we get for In the Pocket. Despite how big we are with hockey and all the other sports, we talk every sport. We're definitely got our known name from In the Pocket, and of course, through Across the River in Sioux, Michigan, with of course the Game Sports Show on ESPN 1400. Now, Hike, EJ, let's get it started. We're going to talk about everything when it comes to football. A little bit of off-season reaction, a little bit of news. We're going to have our pick'em that we're going to get into. We have a lot to get into, and we have a little bit of a different format for pick'em this year. We got approximately a half hour to 45 minutes, at most an hour, but tonight we have at most 45 minutes for this edition. So we have a lot to get to within that 45 minutes. So EJ, let's kick it off here with season 5 of In the Pocket. You go ahead, talk about what you want to talk about leading up to, of course, kickoff this year.
Well, it'd be easy to talk about my Browns, but I think that the most interesting conference to talk about has to be the AFC East. You got the New York Jets with Zach Wilson coming back there. The New England Patriots doing an unprecedented thing and spending, I believe the number is $163 million in guaranteed free agency contracts this year. That's something Bill Belichick's never done. That's a conference that with Buffalo getting better, Miami with Tua Tagovailoa getting better, that's a conference that's up for grabs. I think it's Buffalo's conference. Miami's looking like number 2, but with as much money as New England has spent this year and dumping Cam Newton, going with Mac Jones as the apparent starter here, what is New England going to do? They're the curveball team for me in the AFC this year. Obviously, the Bills and the Browns are going to contend, but everything goes through Kansas City. Browns upgrading the defensive line by adding Jadeveon Clowney. Also adding Johnson on the backside. Greg Newsom from Northwestern is going to be starting at secondary this year for us. We've got a lot of good pieces in Cleveland. Buffalo, Josh Allen looks like he might be an MVP candidate. About the only person I think that has a shot at beating him is Aaron Rodgers this year. I'm going to go with, because I have to, I'm going to take Cleveland coming out of the AFC this year. The NFC is where it gets tough still, because nobody really knows what Green Bay is going to look like. Aaron Rodgers is in a very unique situation where he can play well, he cannot play well, he can move on, he doesn't have to move. What's Aaron Rodgers going to do? Green Bay's situation isn't very fluid, so they have to win now. Obviously, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of the NFC South look like they're going to be the favorite. Nobody knows what you're going to get out of the New Orleans Saints this year. Jameis Winston being named the starter, Taysom Hill is going to be the gadget player that we know him to be. But the team for me that I'm most curious of in that Southern division has to be the Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold going down there, getting a fresh start, looking like they're going to have a full-blown Christian McCaffrey back, who's obviously the most dangerous running back in the NFL when healthy. It's going to be an interesting year. Carolina's going to surprise some teams, but I think you're looking at, I'll say, a Cleveland Green Bay Super Bowl.
Ooh, nice, quick, brief, and to the point with those predictions, and great analytics from the one only EJ Russell. And you know what? While sitting here, one fact that got me, and then before I go transition to Hike, CBS, and we don't mention that name obviously a lot because, of course, where our partnership lies, of course, and
and we have Canadians broadcasting sports on this channel.
Yeah, of course, and that they actually rated Dan Campbell as the second worst coach in the NFL. Detroit Lions new coach Dan Campbell. Honestly, I'm a fan. The Detroit Lions fans, we got a little bit of flack on our show with not talking as much Lions as we should, but I must remind them we do talk a lot of Lions on this Game Sports show. To check out ESPN 1400. Myself and EJ can back that up, how much Butch Davis talks about the Detroit Lions and Scott Nason. But I just had that fun fact today that I wanted to point out. I don't agree with that, but there's more that I'll get to when I come up. We got to go over to Hike. Hike's been waiting patiently. His mic's on mute because he doesn't want to, maybe he's having some chips, maybe he's having a beer, maybe he was waiting, gathering his data. I know he's getting our pick'em done all up on Yahoo. He's got a lot going on while talking to us here. But Hike, the off season, the upcoming season, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? What'd you like? What didn't you like?
Well, I mean, I'll start with the mute thing. I'm still learning this app here. So as the old guy in the group, I'm slow with the technology.
Well, and mute's in a new place. It used to be at the bottom. Now it's at the top.
Well, yeah. Every time I switch over or something, or one of your videos pops up, it mutes me, and then I start talking, and it's like, you're on mute. I'm like, why the fuck am I on mute?
So where did we start with recording though, Hike? Let's remind listeners, what did we use back in our first season of In the Pocket and our first season of hockey when we had our first couple topic chats on the game?
Phone on a cup.
Phone on a cup. That's what we used at Sportscenter Bar and Grill. And then we now expanded to do numerous shows. We're over 10 different shows. We were expanding even more beyond that. And now we're using not Skype, we're using Zoom. Holy shit. Things are absolutely evolving. And get this.
We're in the big leagues.
We have a membership on Zoom now that is expensed by the business. Fuck yeah. That is where we're at nowadays. Okay. That is where we're at nowadays. There's no more Galaxy phone, Galaxy S3 that it was, I think at that time, on the cup talking. Okay. It's not one phone, one cup. I wouldn't want to say the other thing. Hike, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to remind listeners.
No, it's all good. That was I liked the one phone, one cup joke there. That was a good one.
I got more clever this summer. Hike, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I, got engaged, got a dog. I don't know what the hell it is.
I think it's because you're just a sick pervert.
Yeah, there could be that. Maybe you got more than one internet membership expense to the business here.
Oh God, the game entertainment media start filing those taxes now. I expense every little thing, but nonetheless, Hike, go into your thoughts about that leading up to this year.
Well, I mean, my off the cuff, no. I don't know, anything Super Bowl prediction here. I'm going to do Bills and Rams. That's just that's where I'm coming at.
Why the Rams? Drew Stafford?
I've got such a man crush on Matt Stafford. It's
Matt Stafford. Thank you. I said Drew Stafford like hockey. Jesus.
I used to go watch Lions games when you could leave the country and have fun. And go watch the Colts and the Lions play, and I was watching Stafford more than I was watching the Colts. And then everything happened this summer, and I got gifted Carson Wentz and not Matt Stafford, like I really wanted. And so now I'm just I'm kind of riding the Matt Stafford train. If I had to take an NFC team this year, the Rams are going to be my guys. I think Stafford should be able to light it up down there with the receiving weapons they have. They've got a plethora of running backs. I mean, some are hurt, but they let that trade for Sony Michel a couple weeks ago. I mean, they got receivers, they got running backs, they got Tyler Higbee as a tight end who's pretty decent. So I mean, that's where I'm going with that. And I also took Stafford in 3 of my 4 pools, so I'm really, really hoping he's going to be good this year.
I actually decided for the first time it's in 5 years, actually 6 years, sorry. I decided not to do a football pool this year. I decided to not do
Whoa.
football fantasy this year. Lots going on business wise, house wise. I just kind of want to keep my mind at bay. So if anyone's going to chirp me, go ahead, comment below, chirp, then hit follow while you're like that too. But you know what?
Chirp and follow, please.
Chirp and follow, not
Like, comment, subscribe.
come spelt different ways. Very inappropriate. But moving forward, we have a lot happening this year. And what I was looking for in the offseason, and a lot of people are going to roll their eyes at this, but I was so happy that Brady won the Super Bowl last year a little bit after. I don't mean that I wanted him to win all year. I didn't. But I mean, when he got there, I was happy that he did. He won without Belichick. He had his guys. He had Gronk, right? Of course, AB had to be there. All fellow Steeler fans know how that feels, especially looking at that team. I think that's so cool that he did win, and he's back this year. It's something that you may not ever see again after Brady retires, whenever that may be. He might not retire until I retire from work, which is 30 years from now, probably at least. But you have a team like the Buccaneers that I think can't be discounted to potentially be repeat favorites, because I like the team that they have. Do I think they will repeat? No, but I don't think they should be discounted to be someone who could make a strong push. I was surprised Rodgers is still in Green Bay. I know people may disagree with that. I thought something was going to happen this offseason. I was begging for some extra news. I was begging to do a bonus upload of In the Pocket.
Now, hold on a second. One thing that I want to say about the whole Aaron Rodgers situation is he did come out and do the only thing that was appropriate for holding out the way that it did. He came out and he had and I'm holding like my grocery list here, right? He came out with a list and he's like, I hate the Green Bay Packers because Clay Matthews, AJ Hawk, and Randall Cobb, he went Jordy Nelson, he went down the list, and he straight up criticized that. If you're going to hold out the way that he did, to come in to the next press conference and go, yeah, here's why I hate your fucking guts. Boom. The way that he did, that was baller. And he's got a way to work himself out. He did exactly the one thing that, like, I do not like the Green Bay Packers as an organization, because I mostly don't like their fans. They're annoying. They're like Pittsburgh Steelers fans, like Dave. They're just annoying and they talk a lot.
Don't unfollow and subscribe. Do not unfollow and subscribe. I know we have some Green Bay fans.
No, but what I'm saying is they tend to latch onto these people, and for Aaron Rodgers to come out and go like, no, here's what Green Bay did wrong, and here's how I see it from an elite level, because Aaron Rodgers, in all intents and purposes, is probably the smartest person in the NFL. Not the smartest person on his team. He's probably the smartest person in the NFL, the guy who's Jeopardy. Okay, he wins nonstop. He's a brilliant individual. He's too smart for his own good. But for him to come out and do that the way that he did, I thought that was the only appropriate way to get through that situation. Dave, I'll let you continue. But I just want to say that about Aaron Rodgers.
His Jeopardy hosting. that answer that somebody gave,
baller.
I can't. But honestly, I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be a Saint this year. That's where I thought he was going to go for some reason, or a Dolphin maybe for some reason. But Saint was on my mind, and I thought maybe Winston would be going back the other way, But either way, Green Bay has Rodgers, and I'm surprised that is the case. I wish it wasn't. It would have been awesome to see him in a different uniform. Just create a little extra stir, okay?
Indianapolis.
Yeah, something. And you know what? I really think that Green Bay with Rodgers has a chance to be a very good football team and be successful to go far this year, okay? But the team that, and I think we commonly have said these teams already, the Bills, and I know we got a good Bills fan base. I know I got a friend who has a Bills decked out backyard that we're going to be doing a few things with when it comes to the expansion of the business. Tip. So there'll be a lot more Bills things you might see on this channel once in a while. But the Bills are a team to be serious right now. Allen is going to be MVP this year. I'm going to fly. That's my bold prediction this year. That will be MVP this year. That kid is a stud. Okay, Buffalo is a very good football team. Okay, and when it comes to Buffalo, seeing New England not be, let's say, on the top of the standings makes me very excited, okay, as the year goes on. But I think there's a team that's going to come through the rank that's going to surprise, and that's the Dolphins. And I know EJ touched on the Dolphins there a bit. I think they're actually going to finish second in the division this year. People call me crazy. People got, the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets, because the Jets love the basement. But I would say that the Dolphins are going to be there. But I think a team that people should really be looking at, if you're looking at the AFC side, yes, the Chiefs are a top team in the AFC West, but I think the Raiders shouldn't be discounted either. I think it's starting to see time for the Raiders to grow a little bit. And Justin, don't discount Wentz. Maybe there'll be a little bounce back for him. I'm just trying to get your hopes up. The worst division in the NFL, in my opinion, I was really leaning towards the AFC East, but then the Bills are in there, so it makes no sense. The NFC East is still garbage. I think that's the division that we're going to be looking at and saying, okay, that's not the division that we enjoy to watch as much.
Washington might still be the team to come out and repeat this year. If Dallas comes out slow, and we're going to see what they look like tomorrow night. If Dallas comes out slow and Washington pulls out a little Fitz magic with Ron Rivera, they could repeat as division champions.
They could. And now, you know what? I think overall,
great defense. Chase Young anchoring that defensive line from the Ohio State University.
And you know what? I'll be a little bit biased. I think one of the most entertaining divisions this year is going to be the AFC North. I think the Steelers have something to prove. They choked big time last year. The Browns are at that stage now where it's like, okay, time to start making that extra noise. The Ravens are the Ravens, right? Yeah, they got a great quarterback. They got a great team. The Bengals, they're still rebuilding. I think they're that team that'll be finished last in the division, but they're still going to be a tough team to beat, right? So
can we hold on a second? I struggle with you saying that they choked. The Steelers choked. No. We beat you in the playoffs, son.
Yeah.
And what's that, Hike? Say that again.
The Steelers suck.
There he is. That's my buddy.
The Steelers,
you know what?
Steelers, would have been an all-star team in the NFC East last year.
Dave, I think we should put a little friendly wager on the season series this year. Okay. So it's got to be a win. Tie doesn't count. What's a win get?
Tie's like if sister. Can't do that.
What's that?
Tie's like kissing your sister. You don't do that. That's just no. That's not fair. No.
What do you want?
What do you
jersey
want?
bet? Jersey bet? You gotta wear the other jersey.
I like that. I'll wear the other
jersey bet. All right.
And I'll say on the show. I'll say you got to say or I got to say.
You got to do it on the show.
On the show, but you also got to admit that the other one is smarter at football than the other.
I'm not doing that part.
Yes, you are.
That's illegal.
That's a deal.
I'd rather lie and say that you're better looking than I am.
Okay, want to do that? I'll do that.
We'll do that.
I'll do that. Okay.
You gotta wear the other jersey. The other's better looking. That's the bet. Shake.
Shake a little. People can't see the video yet, but we had an air shake. But
I was here for it. I saw it.
So
we got a witness.
So kind of the overall wrap up, though, it's going to be entertaining all around. I think a lot of divisions can provide a lot of entertainment. Even the NFC West, I'm liking the Rams, the Niners, the Seahawks, Cardinals. Watching that a lot too. I think that's going to be exciting. Lions fans, want me to give you some love? I'll give you some love. I like your coach. I really do. I think they're going to be, they're in a retooling stage still. The Lions. I don't think they're going to be knocking on the playoff door at this time, but I think you're still a little bit of a fight. And for anybody, cheering for the NFC South on our show, which people are, you got Dustin Gronin, who's a casual in the pocket host who hasn't been on since 2019, or Jamie Antonello being Saints fans. You got Dane Hanchrow, who's known on our hockey show as a Falcon fan. That and the Buccaneers is the team that Jamie used to cheer for. You should never leave a team. Trust me, it's coming from a Toronto fan in hockey. When you have that division, I think that's going to be interesting between the Saints and Bucks, but I still think the Bucks going to walk out. So I kind of went through different divisions there, but if I had to pick a Super Bowl, I am definitely I would love to say the Steelers. I hope it's the Steelers, but I'm going to be an expert, a sports expert, if you will, self-proclaimed, say that who I think is going to be going on. I think you're going to see the Bills coming out of the AFC, and then the NFC. I'm actually going to go with the Bucks. I think it's going to be the Bills and the Bucks this year in the Super Bowl. That's going to be my prediction. Comments from anybody around the table?
I mean, at the end of the day, there's no denying it. All roads in the AFC go through Kansas City. They've been to multiple conference championships, multiple Super Bowls in a row. Yeah. If they make it again, they start getting that conversation of, the Four Falls of Buffalo level of championship contention. Yes, they do have a title out of it, but when you start it's very difficult to make it to two in a row. If they make it to another one, like that's something to be said there. So to make it to back-to-back, all roads still go through Kansas City. the matchup for my Cleveland Browns this week against Kansas City, that's a AFC championship preview for a lot of people right there. And I wouldn't be, I'm going to pick Kansas City in that game. If I'm a gambling man, I'm going to take Kansas City money line, but I'd also take the Browns with the spread. I think that they're going to cover in that game. I think the Browns find a way to keep it competitive. Don't be surprised to see Kareem Hunt getting 2 touchdowns down near the goal line. The Browns have a tendency to put Nick Chubb, pull him out, and put Kareem Hunt in those situations, kind of being a more dynamic look to that goal line stance. But Cleveland, Kansas City has the potential week 1 to be an AFC championship preview.
Big. Love that. Now, one thing I want to go around the horn with, okay, and I don't want to take away from anyone's other additional thoughts, as I'm sure Hike might have a few thoughts. So Hike, will go to you next if you want to comment on anything that I mentioned or even what EJ mentioned previous to that. But the Washington football team, the final names that were revealed, the Armada, the Presidents, the Brigade, the Red Hawks, Commanders, Red Wolves, Defenders, or WFT for Washington football team. And I wanted to go around and see what team that you think will be the fit for that, or if this is bullshit, maybe they'll just go off the record and just choose something that we don't know that's listed. So Hike, I'm going to go to you next to comment on that. And as well, if you had any further additional comments to add to my bold predictions, statements, or anything of such.
I've got Cleveland over Kansas City this week. That's I went there.
You have a chance to confirm that in the pick'em time.
Well, it's in there. It's already there. I was a little nervous about it, but I did it. As far as the Washington team name goes, I honestly just hope they stick with the football team.
That's what I'm hearing.
I think it's hilarious. I think that WFT, just the plain old jerseys. I mean, in comparison to what, like, you know, I'm going to jump to the CFL for a second here, but the bastardization that Edmonton did with the Elks. Have you seen, like, the helmets are the lamest things they've ever seen in the universe. Like, you know how, like, the Philadelphia Eagles, like, you got the eagle wings coming out and it goes down the side of the helmet. The Viking horns go down the side of the helmet.
Yep.
It looks kind of cool, right?
If I had video up, I'd have the picture up right now, but
like the elk, like, they've got, like, it just goes, it's like rabbit ears.
For anyone that gets a chance to see this later, I'm trying to imitate it.
Like, it goes up the side of the helmet. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. And like, it looks like a high school helmet. Like, it's the old Sir James Dunn Eagles color scheme.
Hey, legend! I went there.
No, but before, you had, like, the green and gold. You had the cool jerseys, not just the yellow and green ones that look like the old Mighty Ducks colors, like D1.
The Elks, actually, friend of the show, Jordan Hoover, who's from Sault Ste. Marie, who, you know, maybe we have him on a special edition coming up soon. Spoiler alert. You know, talking a little bit of Elks, getting it through messages. I couldn't get too much out of him with it, obviously, being an Elks guy. But you know what? I will say flat out that it's certainly a unique design. And anyone who knows me, when I say it's a unique design, please take it.
Polite. You're being polite.
They're ugly.
It's different. It's not. And anyone in
listen, I had to go through the Browns revamp before they went back to the classic uniforms. Those were ugly. These Elks uniforms are ugly.
See, and EJ, though, I'm happy that you know your football, and I can't wait till you can talk college a little bit later. But we're talking, this is a brief mention of the CFL. And we're going to do a little bit of mentions about this year at In the Pocket because, you know, we got like to touch on everything. But, you know, I'm surprised that you're even giving credit to the CFL right now. You know, I feel like when we're talking NFL, the CFL.
It's not, listen, it's not quite regular football, but when there's nothing else to watch, I'll watch that wide receiver take off before the ball gets snapped. I watch 3 downs. I don't care. It's football. I enjoyed the sport. I actually, Travis Lulay, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He was quarterback there for a little bit, or was it the BC Bison? I don't remember who he played for, but Travis Lulay, Montana State guy. I actually got to hang out with him on a family vacation one time. Good guy, Montana State graduate, played with my boy Mac Mollahan, who shout out sponsor SoRate, PSO-RITE.com. He played with Travis. So yeah, I got a little connection to the CFL. I don't not pay attention, boys.
BC Lions, I believe.
BC Lions legend.
Or thank you, BC Lions. Sorry, I know what I'm talking about. I didn't say I watched a lot.
You got it. That's good. If you need, and if you talk college football with me, EJ,
It is Winnipeg Blue Bombers, right? I got BC Lions wrong, but it's Winnipeg Blue Bomber. Okay. See, I got this. I got some of it.
When I do a college segment with you, I have to pull up a script and read off other friggin' people's quotes. So it's okay. You're doing better than some. So Justin,
shout out Montana State Bobcats.
We got, of course, this is In the Pocket. This is season 5 of In the Pocket. It's actually our longest standing show, 2 weeks ahead of hockey, but we've changed our hockey title not once, not twice, 3 times. So, I got to give credit to In the Pocket. It's been the longest standing. Of course, we have over a dozen shows that we do. And in terms of all the different sports that we cover, but make sure you hit like, follow, and subscribe on the platforms. Check us out where you get your podcasts. This In the Pocket segment is presented by Sportscenter Bar and Grill, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario's best sports bar over 5 years in a row. How coincidental is that? Season 5? 5 years. You know what that means when we go into season 6? Maybe SportsCenter gets 6. Okay, like Game Sports Show joined forces with SportsCenter. SportsCenter gets the awards. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. Frank Liguori, don't hate me. But Sportscenter Bar and Grill, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario's best sports bar. Great wings, delicious beer, great sports atmosphere. They also sponsor a men's league baseball team. Yours truly pitches. They love it. They love being a part of us. So go be a part of that family there, as well as EJ's got some love in the States with So Right. And then, of course, check out thegamesportshow.com. We got all the sponsors listed. Northern Superior Brewing Company. We got loads going on. If you want to be a sponsor on the Game Sports Show, don't hesitate to contact us through our website, thegamesportshow.com. Now, that has been our sponsorship plug. I must remind listeners that now all of our local sports editions are actually going to be commercial free. Wow. What does that mean, though, for our sponsors? Even better, we're going to have clickable ads. We're going to have plugins on our show. We're going to have longer ads while we're talking. It's better for our sponsors. If you're wondering where you're going to get your sponsorship, don't worry, you're getting all your love with the Game Sports Show. And I'll mention with Washington football team, I wish it could be WFT too. I think that'd be funny, but it's not going to be, in my opinion. I actually think they're going to go obvious with it. I think they're going to go with the Washington Presidents. I really feel they're going to go with the Presidents. I'd be surprised if maybe Biden wasn't the logo for them. Okay. But jokes aside, Presidents, I think it's obvious. I think they're going to go the obvious route. WFT is just too easy, maybe too easy to do. The other ones I don't like. I just don't like. Presidents has that ring to it. I wish it'd be called the Centennials, like the movie with Falco, or I think I might have butchered with Keanu Reeves. The replacement.
Sentinels, Washington Sentinels.
Sentinels, thank you very much. The Sentinels. I would love for them to be called the Sentinels. I would probably buy a jersey that was from the movie, though, not from anybody else. But I think if I had to give a name outside the names listed, I think I'd go Sentinels. So that's my prediction. EJ, over to you.
There's actually a name missing from this list that I would have rather seen than Red Wolves, and that's Red Tails, which would have been a shout out to the Tuskegee Airmen. I thought that was a really nice name that would have been a good fit there. And since I don't see that name on there, and that was the one I'm a veteran. I come from military background, so I was certainly going to appreciate the nod there. I say stick with Washington football team. Do something unique. You look in all other sports across the country, world, especially within European football, soccer, as we call it. It's Manchester United. It's Arsenal. They're one-word team names. What's wrong? Washington football team? Nothing. I see nothing wrong with it. It's been their name for a few years. We're all getting used to it. Let it ride. Washington football team's my pick.
Let it ride. I feel like I'm at the table now that you say that. Let it ride. Okay, so a little bit different. Now, Hike, I don't know if you have any final comments, and please butt in if you don't. If you do, sorry, don't. Yes, do. Do you have any?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. EJ, I don't know if you have any final comments. I know you'll butt in anyways. If you do, you're comfortable.
Yeah, I talk when I want to talk.
Yeah, that comes with the job. That's the way it is. But
comes with being a dumb American.
Nah, not saying that, but I might get, I don't know, hunted down. I won't say it, but yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But of course, here on In the Pocket, we have our famous Pick'em. And everyone wonders about the statistics of Pick'em. And yeah, I'll be honest, I was a lazy fuck and I didn't do all the counts. Okay.
Hold on. I don't think mine counted last year. Do mine get to count this year finally?
Everything gets to count this year for you, EJ.
Woo!
So we actually have a tracker now. That's what happens when you grow as a company. You can start, utilizing different things. And of course, using brain,
like the internet.
Like the internet, it's going to be tracked on Yahoo. But a little plug to Yahoo there. You're welcome, Yahoo. Not like you needed it. But I will get the stats from previous years and mention on future shows. I just didn't for this one. But what we're going to do different for Pick'em this year is that we're not going to have where I say the two teams and then I pick who's going to say what, and then we predict that way. No. What's going to happen is all the picks are going to be in and sent to me, or obviously uploaded on our Yahoo. So it's all done in advance. And then what we're going to do, though, is EJ, for example, or Hiker, or myself, we are going to say who we think the winners are going to be. We're going to list the winners only. We're not going to talk about the matchups in terms of, okay, the Steelers are playing the Browns and we think the Steelers are going to beat the Browns, and we're not going to go around that way. It's literally going to pick your winners down the whole line. And then at the end of picking your winners, that will be your pick'em segment. And then each individual gets to talk about a game or two that they feel seems fit to talk about, that maybe the game of the week and the laughing game of the week. So we're going to have game of the week and laughing game of the week after you do your pick'em. So as Hike likes to call it, the toilet bowl. We're going to have a toilet bowl each week, and we're going to have a marquee matchup each week. So that will be how we will do pick'em all, talk about two games, move on to the next guy. You asked for a simple, more kind of simplistic pick'em format. There it is, listeners. We're giving you what you want. So with picking them first, you know what? I'm not going to go first because that'd be just completely conceited. I mean, I'm going to go second. So the person that's going to go first, and I know Hike might not like this, but you know what? I'm going to save the best for last, if you will. And I'm going to let Hike go last. Sorry, EJ. I had to make him feel good. You know what I'm saying? EJ, going to you first. What is your pick'em? And pick two games, your marquee and your toilet bowl.
Well, I just want to say this is bullshit. I thought that I would venture to believe that the one American guy here knows football a little bit better, but you know what? Sometimes I don't. So my marquee matchup of the week, hands down. I know I brought up earlier is Browns Chiefs. That is the biggest matchup of week one. Basically, it felt like an AFC championship game. This is an AFC championship game preview, playoff rematch. Browns took the Chiefs very deep in Arrowhead. Basically, what some people would say is 2 plays away, 1 fumble out of the end zone and a Chad Henne scramble for the win. And you take those 2 plays away, Browns are right there. So who knows what's going to happen? The Browns add a lot of pieces to their defense to get significantly better. Chiefs. Still, the road through the AFC goes through Kansas City. The garbage matchup of the week, I'm going to say, even though this kind of is a fun one to watch, it's probably Jets-Panthers. That's the garbage matchup of the week, but you still get Sam Darnold going up against the Jets, so that's still kind of fun. I not a lot of fireworks there unless you're a Christian McCaffrey fan, but that the garbage matchup of the week is still fun. I mean, it's week 1. It's the NFL. Football's back, baby. Let's go.
How about your pick'em for the week? Who's winning every game?
All right, we'll go Cowboys over Buccaneers. I'll take that as an upset. Niners over Lions. Chiefs over Browns. Packers over Saints. Falcons over the Eagles. Bills over Steelers. Vikings over Bengals. Cardinals over Titans in an upset there. I like the Cardinals going on the road. I like what they are doing there. At J.J. Watt this year. Washington Seahawks over the Colts on the road. I actually like Washington football team to beat their Chargers at home. Panthers, Sam Darnold gets revenge over the Jets. Jaguars, Texans, I'll take the Texans. I don't think the Jaguars win more than 1 game this year. Dolphins over Patriots, Broncos over Giants, and Rams over Bears. And then on the Monday night game, I will take John Gruden and the Raiders over the Ravens because I'm a Browns fan and fuck you, Baltimore.
I like that. Good pick 'em. And EJ will have that in Yahoo, and we'll have the week results for next week on In the Pocket. And since I'm going to go second with this, I'll say right now, I'll follow the same format that EJ did with saying the matchups first. The garbage bowl for me this week is Jags and Texans. That I'm going with the Jags and Texans. I think Lawrence is going to be a a bust this year. I'm sorry, Jags fans. He will be good eventually, maybe, but I think he's not going to be as special. But that's because his team is not going to be able to help him. I agree with EJ. No more than 2 wins this year.
Is Trevor Lawrence the bust or is Urban Meyer?
Ooh. You know what? I'll say right now. Honestly, Juice, I don't know. No comment. But Jags, Texans, garbage. Garbage bowl. Okay. Complete take a dump. Okay. I used to make a joke where I used to say, drop the Cleveland Browns off for the Super Bowl. Okay. It's not a thing anymore.
Hey, now we might go there this year.
So that's the garbage bowl. Marquee matchup. Yes, I'm going to have to agree with EJ. Browns and Chiefs is mine, but I got to give a special out to the Steelers and Bills. Okay. Yeah, a little bias there, but I think because where I picked my Super Bowl favorites, I hope this will be a week where the Steelers can prove if they can actually contend with these teams. That's another matchup that I'm keeping an eye on. So I got 2 marquee matchups, but the most one that I'll be watching is at 1:00, the Bills and Steelers. Picking the winners, I got the Cowboys, I got the Seahawks, I got the Texans, I got the Falcons, I got Washington, I got Steelers, I got the Niners, I got the Vikings, I got the Panthers, the Cardinals. Oh, you're going to like this, EJ. I got the Browns. I got the Dolphins. I got the Broncos. I got the Saints over the Packers. I got the Rams. And then I got, of course, the team that I said to keep an eye out for this year. Just a little bit of an instinct, the Raiders. And yeah, I have to agree with EJ. Sorry if we got Baltimore fans, but fuck it. Go Raiders. Those are my.
Out of curiosity, what's the gambling line on the Browns Chiefs game? That could actually be a good betting line for the Browns. We do a little gambling talk on this show from now and then.
Give me 1 sec.
Kansas City minus 6 points.
I don't know if we have different stats.
Browns plus 220 money line according to ESPN. That's not over under 54.5.
ESPN. Yeah, that's our reliable source. That's who we go to.
Hey, I grabbed something. The quickest thing I could find.
It's better than me. I'm still sitting here spinning. So
that's
not a bad Browns money line plus 220.
It isn't. You got to go that. I honestly think the Browns can make a nice first week upset. Why not? Why not make some fucking noise right off the hop? Let's do it. Hike, your turn, man. The bowl, the marquee matchup. Pick your winners. Floor is yours.
All right. Well, I guess the big stink I got this week is the Broncos Giants. I mean, you still don't know if Saquon's playing. I mean, to be honest, I was gonna take the Jags and Texans only because I don't know any of the players on the Texans this season. Really, who's starting, who's still there, who's got fingers put where, what's going on. So I'm gonna take the Broncos and the Giants. Teddy Bathwater, I don't think is. I don't know. I mean, the jury could still be out on him, but I don't know. The Broncos don't seem like the team for him.
I'm Team Teddy over here. I'm a Teddy Bridgewater guy. I'm in his corner all day long. I think he's a great quarterback to be.
And like the Giants, Daniel Jones just reminds me of Charlie Brown. Like he's so ho-hum. And then as soon as he starts doing okay, what's her name just pulls the football away from him. Like, hey, the Giants are going to be good. No, Saquon's knee is inside out. Sorry,
little Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy there. Lucy was Saquon's knee last year. So that's where I'm at with the real big stink. I'm going to agree that the Browns Chiefs is the marquee matchup there. I think they kind of got hosed at the 4:25 time slot.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No one wants to watch the Bears at 20 after and listen to Collinsworth, like one or the other. But to be honest, I think another game to watch this week is the Chargers and the Washington football team at 1:00. I think that's going to be a pretty entertaining game. I mean, now watch me be a liar and be a one-sided blowout, but I think it's going to be entertaining. Herbert, Fitzpatrick, Beard versus the the sunshine hair there, or does Herbert have a haircut now? I don't remember.
He's got the hair back, I think. He's got the long hair. Sunshine's back.
All right. But let's go into the pick'em here. So Tampa over Dallas tomorrow night. I think Dallas is going to be a disaster again. I took Atlanta over Philly, Buffalo over Pittsburgh, Cincy over Minnesota because I think the Vikings are a mess. I mean, Dalvin Cook could do me wrong, but I want to be on the Joe Burrow train. 49ers over the Lions, Cardinals over Tennessee, Colts over Seattle because Chargers over Washington, Carolina over the Jets, Jacksonville over Houston, just because, again, I don't know who's starting in Houston. Is it Case Keenum? Cleveland over the Chiefs, Miami over New England, Green Bay over New Orleans, Giants over Denver because you had to pick someone to win, Rams over Chicago, and Baltimore over Vegas because don't pick with your heart, guys.
Hey, you know what? I'll say right now, there was a something that I highlighted. I wanted to wait till you were done. I blew it on one thing. I didn't pick between the Cowboys and Bucks on the first game, so I got to add that I'm obvious pick. I'm picking the Bucks on that, so that completes my picks. I guess I can have one mistake this show. One mistake, or two, or three.
Just one
or four, or five, or six, or seven, or eight, whatever number we're on.
12, maybe a good old Troy Polamalu did it.
I mean, I let it off with being muted, so it can't get any worse than that.
All right, so that is our pick'em. So we're gonna do here on the Game Sports Show is that each week we're gonna put everyone on the Game Sports Show, but we're only gonna count in the trophy about who's the host. So everyone on the Game Sports Show is gonna have their pick'em and their stats tracked. But whoever finishes on top that are the main hosts, which is myself, EJ Hike, and also Antonello, that'll be the core four. They'll be between, and if Primo and Grandin get their picks in time, maybe and actually come on some shows this year, they can also be considered in that as well. But that'll be the core. They'll be decided for the end of the year trophy or belt, whatever we get incorporated for the pick'em. And that has to be done by the Game Sports Show staff every week that we'll have done. And that's going to be the format for pick'em. We're just going to pick the winner. It's going to be free for all. Any order, you say who you're going to want to win. Hopefully listeners like that a lot better because that only took us about 7.5 minutes to do, opposed to 30 plus minutes to do what we usually take. So listeners asked, we give it to them. It's the way it goes. This has been In the Pocket, and we're going to kind of lead towards the conclusion portion, sadly, as this has been certainly flying by and time flies by when you have fun. Season 5 of In the Pocket kicking off in an electric way, if you will, pun intended, and people only know what that means when I say electric. I think EJ knows what I'm talking about. And I really think that this is going to be an interesting year when it comes to football. I'm invested in this year. I'm glad to see the fans. It's going to be like, there is still COVID, but it's a little less than what it was the last couple of years. And it's going to be interesting the way the season really works out. And I hope nobody has any devastating injuries in the first 3 weeks of their fantasy football season, because that is the killer when it comes to fantasy football. And if I had to pick someone who's going to be an injury prone guy, I really don't have anyone, but if I have a feeling that Lawrence is going to miss some time this year in terms of injury, if someone wants to be a Band-Aid of the year, I'm going to go with Lawrence. I think we're going to have some injury time with Lawrence. Sorry, Jags fans, the curse continues in Jacksonville. It's time to move over, right? Cleveland's moving up. Jacksonville's like, I'm coming in. I'm coming in. I'll take that last spot. But nonetheless, it's been fun, boys, talking football. EJ, I want to go to you first, then Hike. Any final thoughts that you have that we may have missed here out In the Pocket to kick off season 5, episode 1?
Straight up, one thought: go Browns.
That's your thought. Hike.
I hope this pandemic nonsense doesn't kill any sort of momentum the Colts build here, but let's go Indy.
Go Andrew Luck. Just kidding. Still too soon. Way too soon. I'm sorry. I still feel bad. The guy's unreal. But we are talking football here. There's going to be more news shows on the Game Sports. We got ESPN every Monday. We got Top Shelf kicking off in a few weeks. We still got baseball shows, myself and Connor, that we're doing. We got In the Pocket. We got soccer with Dan and Scott. Everyone is loving our soccer shows. The feedback that we're getting with soccer, it's unbelievable. We actually have listeners. People may not believe this, but I can see the stats. We got listeners overseas tuning in. Okay, from England and Italy. Love it. Hi, everyone. Ciao from Italy. I'm Italian. I can say that without anyone giving me evil eyes. So it's been
Hola.
It's been great. Oh God, love it.
Hablas español, pero muy poquito. I don't speak very much Spanish, just a little bit.
Oh, that's awesome. We got lots of shows that you can tune into, right, Hike?
All kinds of shows, mostly in English.
Yes, we don't have subtitles, unfortunately. Maybe I can add that.
Yet.
Thank goodness we'd be in trouble if we had to speak another language.
Oh no!
I mean, you guys might be able to speak a little French, eh?
Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va?
Yeah, see, they're the Canadians.
Yeah, just if they want it butchered, I can butcher French pretty good.
My fiance is probably in the other room rolling her eyes right now.
The most French thing I can say is Quebecois.
Go back.
Good, get it out. Come back, wah.
But football's back, gents and ladies tuning in. Ladies, everything's back. We're getting, it feels good. And anyone asks, okay, I had to reach out today about if we're going in live at Sportscenter or if we're in the office. As everyone can tell about probably the sound of not hearing beers clanking or just that live feel that, yes, we are in the office. I'm inside the Game Entertainment and Media home studios. EJ and Hiker in the comfort of their homes. And I'm in the Gretzky corner. If everyone knows our hockey shows, they know what that is. I got a ring light flashing in the background to make me look prettier, but we will be on scene, okay, at SportsCenter on a rotational basis. And yes, when we do video, we will be doing video from SportsCenter too. How? Don't worry, the Game Sports Show and the Game Entertainment Media has stepped up in the world, so we will show you how that shit is done, okay, here on the Game Sports Show. EJ, I want to say thank you, my friend, for coming on for the first edition of Season 5. We got a whole bunch of weeks to go, 17 for the season. If you include the playoffs, we got 20 plus. We got a long way to go here for Season 5, and we're going to make it the best season yet, my friend.
Well, trust me, I got just about a fresh jersey and shirt for every game this week. So let's go Browns. Let's go in the pocket. Shout out Game Entertainment Media. Look forward to talking to you all the rest of the year.
So, definitely. And you got lots going on too over in Escanaba with your show.
Oh, there's lots going on. We got in the pocket. I show up to the ESPN 1400, or we got in the pocket. Excuse me, the hot seat, is going. Actually, hold on. Let me show you guys this. I actually ordered this year. For those of you that know me, I've been a little bit of a golfer. I actually ordered a custom golf ball with a little fire logo on it. Wait for it.
Fuck yeah.
And then it says, what's that say? Oh,
he's got a thing on there.
He's got his own golf ball now, folks.
Love that. Now, no one can see the video, but let me describe it. I ordered a custom golf ball. It has the fire logo on it, and it says hot seat on it. If anyone knows what the fire logo is, what logo is uploaded on our website? It's a fire. That's exactly what it is. We kept it simple, and then we got hot seat. Hot seat is EJ and Tyler's podcast that is tuned up on thegamesportshow.com and on podbean.com as well, and soon to be on other platforms as well as we sync.
We got our own golf balls.
We got lots going on here with the Game Sports Show, just the Game Entertainment Media in general. Hike, my friend, here for another season, Season 5. You know, we're still here. We're still kicking it bigger than ever here with the Game Entertainment and Media. And, of course, the Game Sports Show. Lots going on this year. It's going to be a busy year. A lot of announcements coming. A lot of things that is launching. A lot of people are curious. We have people talking about us even more. It's great, my friend. And you've been here for the whole ride. It's been a ride.
I'd honestly like to know how many chicken wings we've eaten, like over the course of this. I wish we had a counter on that.
Shit, we didn't think of that shit before because we weren't as clever.
No, I just don't think we want to know how much money we spent on chicken wings, to be totally honest. I mean, I'm intrigued at the number, but I don't want to know the dollar total on the other side.
I can look at my Visa. That'll say enough.
No, it's better if you don't do that either.
Oh, goodness. Well, Hike, we got lots going on. We got football, hockey around. We got our special edition uploads. Our most recent one was actually with Luke Gazdick, former enforcer with the Edmonton Oilers. Our next special edition upload that we expect to be one of the biggest ones yet, especially within the next couple two that we have. It's going to be big. And for people asking about the James Duthie video that I had, yes, he did respond. He is coming on a special edition at the end of September. We'll have that edition uploaded in October as well. So James Duthie is coming on as a guest on the show. So that's very exciting. If anyone's been asking about that, but this is In the Pocket, Season 5. This has been the first show. I'm David McKeag. This has been presented by Sportscenter Bar and Grill, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario's best sports bar. Go down, check them out. They got social media. They got great wings, great pizza, beverage options. The service is fantastic. One of them is, of course, a significant other and better half of Justin Heichel. Fantastic overall service. Our EJ Russell, he's back. We got the whole crew back here. EJ, thank you to you and thank you to all the listeners. We've had fun here. We'll be back next week. In the Pocket will be every Wednesday at 8 or 9 o'clock, uploaded on your platforms by that night or the following morning for your enjoyment, so you can enjoy it before you watch Thursday Night Football and kick off your week of football. So now getting to our sign off here, I'm here to remind you to keep your sticks on the ice, swing your bats, catch your touchdowns, drain your threes, and shoot your shots. Booyah.